how the F are you, internet? F stands for friendly. How the friendly are you, internet? Probably not. Got some mail call today. And yeah, I think, I feel bad. I think I lied to you. I think I told you the next video that I was going to do was either a top 10 or a bearing video. But I want to talk about my mail call, and I don't think I'll be able to do that video until the weekend. So, whoa, look at this, it's shiny. No, this is not the mail call, but I wanted to show you because it's relevant to the mail call. And it's also shiny, and I'm happy with it. So if you're on the Daily Fidget, get over there. And or if you're not on the Daily Fidget, get over there. If you're on the Daily Fidget, you've seen this. Did a little mirror polish on my Triton. So we'll just let that do its thing and be all shiny there, looking good. What's the mail call? I'll show you the back of the bag since I didn't cover up my address on it. But it's related, so what do you think it is? Well, you know what it is, because like always, I try to make a nice photo for the thumbnail for this video so that you know what you're getting into before you click the button. It's also potentially going to rain outside, guys, so we don't need the receipts. So if we pack this up quick, I apologize. But I kind of like the effect of the kind of overcast days. Biton! Alright, so what do we got here? Nice little bearing removal tool. Get a little plastic off because I don't like leaving that stuff on these things. I should say I also snagged up off the marketplace a Stubby. That'll get here Saturday, so I plan on doing a similar mirror polish as I did to my Triton here, to the Biton, and as well as to the Stubby, and doing a comparison on them as well, because I think that's a big question right now. Everybody wants to know, and I haven't used a Stubby, and I kind of been wanting to get one anyway, so. Oh yeah, and I heard, yeah, we get an extra bearing. I probably should look up some of the stats on this. Maybe I'll put some of that stuff in here in terms of the weight, because I don't have my scale, I don't know what the weight is. A little bit of weight. These look very similar to the buttons on the Triton. I know they're a little different because of the retaining method that's in here, but ooh, that feels nice. I think I just spun that off camera. First spin is off camera. I apologize, y'all. Feels nice. It's got a lot of weight to it, especially for stainless steel. I think this is going to be a good spinner. Not quite the spin time of this guy, but whoops, sorry about that. Oh yeah, don't we like to put this right down here so it's sort of like the little logo for the video? Alright, so let's get under the hood here. We're going to have some really stuck buttons. Going to slow me down. So yeah, I definitely plan on doing some compare and contrast and doing some feelings, after we've had this guy for a little while. There we go. So we've got, VC EDC switching to a more standard bearing method. So before on the Triton V2, the width of this metal in the middle is actually smaller than the bearing. The little retention ring that they put in that kind of goes above and below, why don't I just show you, is actually makes the body of the spinner near the center smaller than the bearing. Oh, did we just drop? Oh, I almost lost it. But you see that width right there? That is less than the height of the bearing. So it's actually kind of cool. I don't know many spinners that is actually the case. There's a few that use that sort of stuff, but right, if you look at try to hold it flush, it's almost the size of an SR 188. So it's probably 1/8 of an inch, something like that. All right, let's see if we can, I don't want to lose this. There we go. But then we'll just pop this back in, so that slides in the bottom. We're not here to talk about the Triton, but we're, let's compare and contrast a little bit. So if you look, the body of the Biton is essentially, yes, a 2-arm version. So the comparison becomes like, oh, is this a Stubby clone? Now they went and widened the body on this, so the waist is a little wider. And if you look at the sides, there's definitely enough here where I feel pretty comfortable saying, yeah, not a clone, but that's my take on this. Everybody can have their own opinion. But once you have this in hand, I'm curious because I don't have a Stubby yet, but I'm getting one. I don't think my opinion is going to change much, but we've got this, this same styling that we see here going right down the middle, so we don't go to anything flat in the middle, even though this kind of does go flat. That way we're not, infringing on Stubby. We've got these different chamfers and edges on the side here. This kind of, the way this second chamfer goes along the side. Yeah, not too bad, but very different from a Stubby. Has similar kind of machining concerns that I had with the Triton. you know, just the way it comes off the machine and the way it's finished, there's some inconsistencies there, but it's not too bad. And again, I plan on doing a mirror finish with this, so I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's bad for the money. This guy goes for 45 bucks. You can get discount codes. They seem to do discount codes quite often from time to time, and I believe you can get this on Spinetic, and Spinetic's always doing discount codes, so there's no reason you can't get yourself a bargain, get yourself a deal. So yeah, so first thoughts. Let me close my eyes and give it a spin. You can't see that my eyes are closed, but I can. It's got a nice sound. These edges are well done. I don't foresee any hot spot issues. Maybe right here a little bit, this kind of comes in a little sharp, but it's actually a pretty shallow angle, so it's not very deep. So even though it's just a straight machine cut there, it's a very shallow angle. But I like to spin hard, so when you spin really hard and then you stop it to spin it again, your fingers take a lot of that. So even with like the tri-fidget, for example, I've noticed that even though there isn't really a hot spot on it per se, I spin it real hard, and then stopping all that mass causes some basically, you know, your fingers just get a little sore. Not a lot of bar wobble. I mean, it definitely has some because it's a bar, so you can definitely slow it down if you go like this. Right, it's almost stopped. It slows right down. Easy to push, that's nice. You rest your finger in the middle, rock it back. You can actually feel this. This is going to soften up when I polish it too, but when I do these kind of flicks, I can feel that a bit. It doesn't feel bad right now, but again, this is just first impressions. Most of the time, I feel like I'm catching it at an angle that lines up with this, so it's not too bad, but if I'm really getting my finger right here on the edge more sideways, maybe if I was flicking with this finger, yeah, you can feel that a little more. Probably might be, if this is how you like to flick and fidget. Pulling back doesn't feel an issue, but pushing out, that would probably be an issue fidgeting all day. That feels nice. So this little ridge here on your fingertip like this, pulling, that feels nice. So whether you catch it on the edge or you catch it right there in the middle, pushing with your nail, not that comfortable on that ridge. So I'm curious to what having this will be for a few days. It's going to feel like, and what my opinion is going to be. But again, just mainly a first look here. I was excited to get it. Let me tell you, being a YouTube reviewer does suck from time to time. You know why? Because I got this last night and wanted to give you guys first look, and so I had to wait to spin my spinner. Nobody likes to get a mail call and then wait, you know, a day and a half, or I guess half a day. I got it last night into today. Yeah, half a day, not a day and a half. Still, you don't want to wait when you get that shiny package, right? You get that bubble wrap, bubble mailer in the mail. You want to tear into that bad boy. So, yeah, I don't know if I'll do necessarily a first look with the Stubby, depending on when I get it. I think I'm supposed to get it Saturday. Since it's not going to be brand new anyway, and I'm going to polish it up. I'll definitely do a review before I polish it up because I want to get that out there. But then we'll take a look at polished up, the Stubby and this polished up, and I'll probably carry them simultaneously for a couple days and then come back and revisit this. I still need to come back and do a follow-up on this, but dang, Fabian just came out with his, and I don't want to be like, oh, look at me with my Triton review after he does one, but I've been meaning to do a follow-up on this, especially since I polished it. This one gets carried a lot, and I wanted to talk about that. But any other of my videos that you've seen me do a first look on and you want to see me follow up, just, you know, let me know what you want to see a follow-up on. Most of them, I'll be honest, haven't changed much since my first look, so if you're curious, there isn't a whole lot to say other than maybe a little bit more specifics in detail, but it's not like things I was like, oh, you know, I absolutely didn't like this and now I do, and vice versa. So it's pretty spot on from what we had before. So yeah, Biton V2, really dig it. So yeah, pick this up from VC EDC or pick it up over at Spinetic, and thanks for checking out the channel, y'all. Leave you with a warp. Whoop, slowed it down too much. Whoop, 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 whoop. Peace.